Good morning. I'm Jim McKinnon. I'm the business manager of Labor's Local 1059, and we were asked to host the announcement this morning from Honorable Deb Matthews regarding some very interesting things. I give Deb credit in her ministry of talking about things ahead of the curve that could affect a number of the construction trades and people in the industry on what's coming up and future needs. And I'd like to thank you for that. I know there's a number of us very interested in how that may affect our particular organizations and the people we represent. So again, Deb, you have an announcement to make, and happy to have you here.
Well, thanks, Jim, and good morning, everybody. Thanks so much for being with us today. Thank you, Jim, for hosting us once again. It's always good to be here at 1059. And we were lucky enough to have a little time before this announcement to really talk about the apprenticeship system. We're really committed to modernizing the apprenticeship system and got some very good advice from Jim and his team, so thank you for that. I'm here today to talk about an investment that we're making related to our climate change action plan. As you know, the province of Ontario is absolutely committed to reducing our carbon footprint. It's important for our planet, for our kids, for our grandkids, that government really takes a leadership role in reducing our carbon footprint. I think this summer is a really good example of how climate change is upon us. It's not theoretical anymore. It's actual, it's happening. We're seeing great rainfall in some parts of the world and unprecedented droughts and heat waves in other parts of the world. Climate change is here. We need to take action to reduce our carbon footprint. Ontario demonstrated real leadership when we chose to shut down the coal-fired electricity plants. That was a massive decision to make, that we no longer were going to produce electricity using coal, and we've received international accolades for doing that. It was important, and it's done. And we now have very few smog days, in part because we shut down those coal-fired plants. But we need to do more, way more, and that's why we have introduced our cap and trade program. So cap and trade generates, this year it'll generate, we estimate, almost $1 billion in revenue. Every penny of that is going to go back into investments that will further reduce our carbon footprint. So by putting a tax on carbon, you're forcing people who emit carbons to think about how to reduce. That's good. But on the other side, we're actually making investments to reduce carbon footprint. I made an announcement several months ago about investing money to support retrofitting apartment buildings. So social housing in London is getting better insulation, better windows, other investments that will reduce their carbon footprint. We're spending that money from the revenues from cap and trade. So today, I'm here to talk about another investment, the revenue from cap and trade. We're going to be investing $24 million in supporting the building trades, in improving the training for their people for this new low carbon economy. So if you imagine, buildings account for about 25% of our carbon emissions. I was surprised to learn that. 25% of our carbon emissions come from buildings. So we've taken steps on the building code and other things, but really if you think about it, all of our built environment is going to need retrofitting. We're going to be much more conscious about our new builds and the maintenance of those buildings. So we can significantly reduce our carbon footprint, but we need people with the skills to do that. So today I'm announcing $24 million that will be spent on training people so they have the skills to build and retrofit in this new low-carbon economy. So I'm delighted that Fanshawe College is here. Peter Devlin from Fanshawe College is here. Jim McKinnon, other people from building trades are here. We know that our greatest asset is our people, and we know that when we invest in the training of people, we get those dividends many times back. So I want to say thank you for the work that you do every day. I want to say thank you for embracing a low-carbon future, and I look forward to learning of the creativity that comes from this new fund that will actually give people the skills they need to be part of the green economy. We know there are many advantages to having a low-carbon economy, but it's a big growth area too. It is there are a lot of jobs being created and will be created as we fulfill our commitment to create a better future for our kids and our grandkids. So thank you very much.